When we were founded in 1958 by Trenton Quakers, they envisioned a place where the community could gather and know that they were surrounded by support. A place where the Quaker values of simplicity, peace, integrity, community, equality, and stewardship permeate all aspects of the work. Today, that vision continues to ring true as we present the Robert M. Applebaum Service Award.
Bob Applebaum was a Quaker from Trenton, was a prime mover, founder of Mercer Street Friends back in the 1950s, and the organization that has resulted from his original insight and commitment still to this day reflects his priorities, his commitment to Quaker values. That vision has been able to grow and strengthen and become an essential part of Trenton. And people like Barbara and David have furthered that. A characteristic that comes to mind, I think, from anybody who meets them is their intelligence, their capability and their backgrounds, which are really interesting. They've just done a lot of interesting stuff in their lives, and they are very engaged when you interact with them. And working alongside them, as I have in a couple of different capacities, they are both insightful, thorough, detailed, in very helpful ways.
What impressed me most about Barbara Fraser was that her learned ability as a lawyer and how she applied it as an advocate, and in this case, an advocate for Mercer Street Friends. And she did it with the greatest of faith that what she was doing was what was necessary, and it was going to help people deserving of that help. And that was her focus.
They served as exemplars for what a committed board member should be. The idea of at least being that level of committed and engaged, I think, was upping the game of the organization, and in particular how the board did its work.
The Frasers were quintessential loving couple. I could tell that they liked each other. And they were loving. They were meant to be together. They were like peas in a pod, so to speak. They were perfect together. That was my impression of them. A lot of times in higher ups or people with great power and great responsibility, you don't get that. You just don't get that they still see eye to eye and still like each other's company. And that was my first impression of the Frasers.
One of the things we kind of cast around was, what words would you use to describe Barbara? And so I gathered together just now some of the words that people used. This is specific to Barbara, but I think it applies to folks. Steadfastness, dedication, wisdom, insight, thoughtfulness, balance, inclusiveness, lead by example, inspiration to others, cool head in the midst of turmoil, generosity, and grace. Did I learn from them how to do all those things? Well, no, because I don't know how to do all those things. But I saw in action how people can be examples of things like that. And I'm very grateful for that. I wish they were still around in a way that I wish I could still be working with them on organizations like Mercer Street Friends. I envy those who are working with them now in their new life